Would you spit in someone else's mouth?
No. I don't even slap them on the face.
I
only started choking my boyfriend recently because I know that's what he's into.
Yeah.
Now I'm like beginning to like it, but before I'm like, oh, it's giving violence.
Yeah. Yep. Hello. Hi guys, and welcome to episode 189 of the Tutus podcast. I am Nana.
And I'm Ro.
And together we are Tutus. We got a special guest in the building. Welcome to the podcast, Myles Hart.
Good?
How you doing?
I'm good, thanks. I'm really good. It's nice to be here. And it feels good to be on a show where I've not had to work for it. Like I was messaging you earlier. Do I need to prep? Like I feel really.
Oh yeah.
My anxiety is a bit like.
That's tiring. I feel like we haven't had to do that in a while. So for like when we do talks and stuff, there's a whole like pager with bullet points about what we're talking about, and it is overwhelming, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's proper overwhelming. So yeah.
But I have to be honest, the podcast we are such on vibes.
We're on vibes.
Yeah,
we just
I'm here for that.
Just conversation.
I feel like I can just come and relax.
Exactly. It's just conversation. So you're a podcaster and a performer as well. And your podcast is really good, by the way.
Oh, cheers, babe.
No, it's really, really good. And I don't say things lightly because
come
I'm a hard
Scorpio.
I'm a hard person to please.
Scorpio as well.
Yeah.
Are
you Scorpio?
Look at this.
Oh my
God.
camera.
Camera.
Look at my ring.
Yes.
I see you. I see you.
Wow.
She's dating a Scorpio at the moment.
Oh, I bet the sex is bomb,
Yes.
baby, innit?
Yeah, look at her face.
Yes.
They gotta love it.
Just
Don't you
piss
feel
them
like
off, though.
they love? They love.
Trust me, I found out.
They love to hate us though. They love to hate us, but they can never.
We get a lot of stick.
Yeah, they can never let go in the end, can they?
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, this is it. Yeah, no, we definitely get a lot of stick, and it's unfair because there's so many good things about us. Like,
Don't you think so, Ro? Now that you're dating,
Do you know what I feel
Yeah.
like? What I've noticed about you guys now that I'm dating one is you guys are very intense.
yeah,
Passionate.
Yes.
yeah.
I would say, listen, like you keep saying, don't poke or you're gonna get a sting back.
Yeah.
That's
But that's
it.
fair enough, though.
That's
Do you know what I mean? It's
fair.
fair enough.
We don't go
that's
looking
what
for
people
it.
need to remember when they start going, oh yeah, but you Scorpios.
Yeah.
It's not like our like characteristics are we're off the jump dickheads.
Yeah.
No,
It's the sting.
Yeah.
And what people need to stop focusing on is the sting after your bullshit.
Exactly.
Because if you don't bring the bullshit, you don't get the sting, and then everything's like peaches and cream.
Exactly.
True.
Exactly.
So when you're focusing on the sting, your focus is misplaced.
But that's what always happens. That's what always happens though. Like they become the victim.
Yeah.
Like everyone forgets about what they did because we've reacted.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We've reacted.
Baby.
I mean, I'm a Scorpio rising or moon, one of them.
Yeah. So I relate.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
she. I get it. When
I
she said she
relate.
was a Scorpio, whatever she is, I was like, I understand. I see you. I see you.
I can relate.
Yeah.
That one I can relate because when I react to things,
Ooh, ja.
I really have big reactions to things.
Yeah.
Reactive row.
I'm not reactive, bro.
Yeah. But I've been working on it though, isn't
No,
it?
yeah,
I'm working on
she's
it.
worked.
Yeah.
She
Yeah, I've
has
got to
worked on herself, and she's got.
In the last year, I have
she's a better. She's a better her.
How did you work on yourself? Because I've tried, and I feel like I've got a lot better, and I've definitely seen like a shift, especially over the last 5 years. And to be honest, the podcast really helped me see that because I've not really been a people person other than work for a long time.
I can relate.
And so I've not been in positions where people have had the opportunity to piss me off, if I'm being really honest. So I thought, oh, maybe I've just grown. But then when I get to the podcast, I used to be way more on smoke, like years before. And now I find myself like going to like the get the belt section.
Yeah,
and I'm not as aggressive as I used to be. And I'm like, is that my age? Am I growing? Like,
Do you think that's something to do with being visible though? Because sometimes like you don't want to get cancelled as well. And also the more known you become, the more you have proximity to other people who are also visible. And like you might bump into somebody that you said something about on a podcast.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Just this morning, TikTok took down a video that a director in the musical theatre by the name of Jamie Lloyd,
Okay.
director of Romeo and Juliet, also won some awards for what is that musical called with Pussycat Dolls, Nicole Scherzinger?
Oh, I don't know.
It just won loads of Oliviers. Anyway, I called him out because I don't know if you saw on Instagram about a black actress by the name of Francesca who was playing Juliet.
Yeah, in Romeo and Juliet. Yeah.
Got called out, and then he the director, and I think he's also producing it. But I don't know. I definitely know he's directing it. He posted a nice little Instagram post saying how he doesn't condone the racism and it's not going to be tolerated. Turned off the comments.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then nothing else, as far as we're concerned, has been done other than this social media post, which is very similar to the social media post back in 2020 when there was an outrage and people started posting, but what was really done, nothing was done. And I saw him at the Olivier Awards and he had an opportunity to say something, to, you know, speak all of these things that were in that lovely Instagram post. And he didn't say anything. And what was really ironic is that moments before he got up, a black recipient of an award came up in a wheelchair, took it. I think it was for a play called Sleepover. And she was like, thanks for this award, but also protect black women, protect black actors, and everyone's clapping. And he was clapping. I thought, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then when he got up to do his speeches for the award, didn't acknowledge it at all. And I just thought, this was the ideal place, especially what's just been said. This is your chance
to follow up,
to show that you're actually about it. Silencio.
Oh, I didn't say anything.
Nada, babes. Nothing.
Really bad.
So I called him out. I don't care if I don't get booked by him.
You sound non-business.
Do you know what?
Do you know what it is? I don't want to work with people that will do that.
It's so hard being in this like entertainment business, like, you know, film, TV, theatre, music, all these things. Because I feel like when you're a person who has integrity, who stands up for things, who's not quiet, who tries to like speak up for other people and protect other people and defend other people, people don't like it.
They hate
it. People label you as a troublemaker.
Yeah.
And I can't fucking...
TikTok called me a bully this morning.
Because of that?
Yeah.
Because of that?
For asking questions like, what are you going to use this platform for, Jamie? What are you going to do? You said nothing.
But you know what? They need people like you who understand what's going on. You knows what the solutions are to hold people accountable. And if people like you don't speak up about it, then who's going to speak up?
It's just going to continue.
No one
It's
will.
just going to
shook,
continue.
They're all shook, and especially in like our fields, like creative fields, where you know you're lucky to be there. We're not lucky. More times since birth, we've been in like clubs or schools dedicating time. Our parents would have spent money they maybe did or didn't have to get us there.
Absolutely.
Like sacked off clubbing to go and train or work on things, staying up till 4 o'clock in the morning to do your thing, and then like when you get there, it's like, oh no, you're lucky. It's like, nah, babes, I'm really not. Sleepless nights, the money spent. I deserve to be here. So a lot of people operate from that place of fear and being deemed lucky. So when they see things that are like running that they know shouldn't be running, they keep quiet because they're scared, oh, I'm going to get fired or no one's going to hire me again. Whereas me, I really don't give a fuck. I really don't.
Do you know what? We're quite similar in
Yeah,
that
no, it's
sense.
same as well. Like
Because,
I recently left a Netflix show that I was working on as a PA because they weren't treating people right. Like there was one person in particular who wasn't, and I spoke up to them. Like I was just like, yeah, the vibes here. Like I'm here to work, and I take like my job seriously. Like I want to do a good job.
Yeah,
I'm here to work, but I can't take people talking to me in a certain type of way.
Yeah,
because I don't even allow the person who gave birth to me to do that.
That
do you know
part.
what I mean? That part.
Yeah.
And after that, I got punished for it. You know, I got punished for speaking up, and this is what happens all the time. And this is why the craziest things happen in this industry, like the craziest shit, and nobody speaks up.
Yeah,
that's why abuse happens. That's why all these fucking things just happen.
Yeah,
I'm not about the brown nosing thing.
No.
I can't brown nose. And especially I feel like in the UK creative scene, everyone is bum licking each other. Everyone's bum licking each other. People don't speak up. You hear little whispers here and there, but like no one says anything. So even me, before I used to be saying anything on Twitter, boy. I was tweeting, and I know I can see the impact of my tweets has affected our growth, as the podcast growth, and
in a good way, bad way,
in no negative way.
Yeah,
like
really?
so. We're definitely blackballed from a few places.
Fuck them hoes.
It's fuck them.
Yeah,
and because we always say go where the love is. That's our main thing, and we have integrity. And I don't care if it means we're not going to be invited to or invited to that. Or at the end of the day, invites don't give me no money anyway.
Yeah.
Well, that also
They're giving no money.
Also,
Yeah.
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 So keep it.
Yeah.
Keep it. And I think now that I've even said this, I know they're gonna start chatting again.
Let them
I
talk
love it
because
for them.
regardless, you'll be trending somewhere.
Yeah.
Someone will read up about it and come and see it
Yeah.
and see how great it is.
Yeah.
And if they don't, then they can really tell their dad to grab his ankle.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Yeah, to answer your question about like, because obviously like I'm a Scorpio and I've got this, fire inside me. People always think, oh, she a fire sign? No, I'm a water sign, baby.
Yeah.
But what I do is I take myself out of situations. If I know that
Yeah.
I'm going to react quite badly,
Yeah.
I even like with my friends, I ignore them for a little bit because I know I'm going to get over it. Even if it's the tiniest thing, I know I'm going to get over it.
She does.
So I ignore. And then I'm fine. I come
Yeah.
back and I'm good because sometimes like when you react and it's crazy, you can't take it back.
Exactly,
Like,
yeah.
you can't take it back. And I don't want to do that. So, I mean, that's the same why I left the job. I took myself out of the situation because
Yeah.
I didn't want to punch a bitch.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's
Yeah,
hard to do that.
it definitely bees like that.
Well, Myles, we just skipped. about
Yeah,
your
sorry,
career. We just started talking. We're
Yeah.
talking about your
Sorry.
career, chat.
Okay.
Talk about you. Talk about Myles Hart. Like, I know you started your podcast in 2018. Or was it before that? So I don't know. Listen,
maybe
from what I
17
saw,
or 18, yeah.
from what I saw,
I need to
2018.
remember,
We'll
yeah.
go with
Let's
that.
say that,
Yeah,
2018.
we'll go with that. I'm bad with dates as well. What inspired the podcast?
So I was put on to. Do you know the Read? You must know the Read.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, yeah, I
could
was
see
put
the
onto the Read
similarities. Yeah.
just before I went to be a singer on some cruise ship, and like I liked it, but I wasn't like hooked like from the jump. And then when I got on this cruise ship, and obviously I'm locked off from like the rest of the world, and I was also the only like black person on there, and I
I was gonna ask that.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
and I'd never actually been in a situation before like where I was the only person of color in in an environment, like even when like 'cause I lived in Spain for 5 years. Even when I would go to school and be the only black kid in the class, at least I was able to go home and I was with my family and like talk about the wild things that were happening.
Yeah.
But on the ship, like that's it. Like
Right.
there's no one there and there's not always internet connection, so I couldn't FaceTime. So I ended up listening to the Read.
Yeah.
And that became like my saving grace. And as much as I loved it, it was all about America.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So like, great. I learned a lot about their politics and what was going on over there, but it just made me go like, if only we had this in the UK, because we don't have anything like that. And at that time, not everybody had a podcast like they do now.
Yeah.
2018, yeah.
Yeah.
2018
That's
was
when
a good
that's when
time.
people start. Well, no lockdown.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It
was
was
like
lockdown,
lockdown.
2019.
A bare podcast popped up in
Yeah.
lockdown. But they're not here no more, child. But yeah.
It was a cute 3 episode
Yeah.
run. You know what I mean? Because it's hard. Podcasting is
hard.
Like it low key. You might even only record one day a week, but you have to be there that week. You've got to show up. You've got to come with the vibes.
Right.
Especially like you guys have got the cameras. I only started doing the cameras a few months ago, but you can't just rock up
Anyhow. You can't-
anymore.
yeah.
Because
got
if you
visuals
care
now.
about you.
Yeah.
If you don't care, stunning for
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
But Beyonce, I care.
Period.
So it's a lot of work. So when I came off the ship, I was like, nah, I wanna provide the UK or the world really with that kind of talk show where it's people of color, where it's not just gays. I started it with some old school friends, and like the girl Kashmir, shout out to Kashmir, she's like a straight woman, but it was just a lovely melting pot of young black people talking about shit.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to highlight shit that was going on, explore and normalize sexuality,
Yeah.
sex, and the things, and just make all the things that I would normally say like to my friends or in public that would seem so outlandish. Make people like, make it like normal to everyone.
Yeah.
I'm not saying like go to church and start talking about sucking dick or whatever. But
Nope, don't do that.
But things do need to, no, do you know what? Sexual things do need to be normalized.
Yeah.
because there's even still in like the LGBTQ-DL community,
Yeah.
there's still a lot of
Yeah. You said
they
it.
a part of it too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
They be at the clinic getting tested for the STIs
Yeah, they
that
have
they got
to.
from another
Yeah, they
Okay.
have to.
Shout out to D Street.
right? Very much that.
Not D Street.
These shit, I be DMing some of the doctors stuff before. Babes, I stopped going on the site. I would DM the doctor, be like, babes, I need da-da-da-da-da.
Wow.
Tomorrow, 4:15. See you there, babe.
That's the real hookup.
Yeah.
That's the real
Yes.
But yeah, I just wanted to do that and bring that to life, and I did. And you know, it's now just me. There was 3, then there were 2. I felt very much in line with Destiny's Child. At one point, there was people coming in and going out because, like I said, it's hard. And like my original co-host is a mother, single mother, find it really difficult. My other friend just wanted to do something else, and I would rather work with someone that wants to be there. Like you were saying, go with the love is. I wasn't going to stop them. Like what is meant for you is gonna happen, and I ended up going solo like Beyonce. And
I hear it. What difference have you felt from like having a team, having co-hosts to it being solo? Because a lot of solo podcasters, they do end up stopping because it's like it's just a one-man band. It's really hard and things like that. But you ain't stopping, child.
So like, it is difficult. It is a lot harder because you don't have that person to bounce off of. So you have to deliver yourself, and I've got the source to do so. I know I do, and I've got the mindset, and the vocabulary. It's just about the energy. That's what it is. Like, after I've done what I've done in the day, I've got the things, but do I have the energy to make it like come to fruition? But that's where I feel like my profession as a professional actor that can kick in, because there's been ample shows where I've been drunk. Not drunk, hungover.
Same thing.
Well, I've been hungover, tired, and you've got to switch on because people have paid to see you perform, and that's the same as the podcast. I see it in the same way. Like I can't see the audience, but I know they're there. I can see it in the numbers.
You see the numbers,
So I've got to show up and deliver. And there was a time I was like, I don't know if it's as good, but my audience and my friends, I've got like, shout out to my best friend James. I'm always like, was that all right? Was that okay? No, it's good. Like, believe in yourself. And I ain't stopping for shit, man.
I love
that's
that.
really nice.
There's still many necks that I just got to stand on.
No, I love that. And I love, like, obviously, like, I saw the inspiration from the read as well when I was listening to it. I was like, because I started listening to the read, like, maybe, like, 4 years ago, 5 years ago. And I got hooked. And then I kind of, like, stopped. Because I think, like, similar to you, like, it's American. It's not about, you know, the UK and
that's
stuff like that.
This one as well.
That's why we started. Similar. That's why we started, because there wasn't anything like it in the UK. So yeah, I just think it's amazing, and you just need to keep doing it. I love it.
Yeah. Also, shout out to Greg, aka Kid Fury. He actually co-signed. Because we met at one of his shows. It was a funny situation, that whole moment. It's online, you could probably find it. But that was a time. And I was speaking to him about it, and like spoke to him about what I wanted to do. He was like, he loved it. I told him the name. He was like, I fucking wish we called it.
It's a great name.
But yeah, like he was really supportive of it. And like I remember at the beginning we had like flyers, and like we'd stand outside tube stations and hand them out with a little QR code. And like he like said, put my name on there to say that I'm a supporter.
Oh, that's nice.
So, also shout out to Kid Fury for
we love Kid Fury.
Can we go back to the cruise ship, please?
Your performer, like, is that for stage, like musical theatre kind of like?
Musical theatre, straight plays. I did only like 2 weeks ago. I was workshopping a like French English play, which is really cool. With je parle un peu de français.
Okay.
Just a little bit. But my character was actually English though.
Okay, all right, but still.
Yeah, but there were some French actors in it. That was really fun. Was working with so many like older, like really talented, experienced actors, which was like whoa. But otherwise, stage, theatre, TV. I trained in dance, singing, and acting. So like my first gig was actually a backing dancer, but I knew quite quick.
It was a bit.
I'm not meant to be in the back.
Yeah,
you don't give me back
vibes. Someone.
Nah, you don't give me back vibes.
No,
I can't lie.
I don't know background. No, absolutely not.
You need to be at the front.
Yeah,
the main character.
Yeah, you're the main character.
Very that. So I didn't do any more of that. Didn't want to like sign to a dance agency. Always dance, sang, and act. So musical theatre, like how it encompasses all those three things. Despite not being the biggest musical theatre fan,
that's
like,
interesting.
It is.
I love a musical.
I do as well.
The right one.
Yeah. Some of them are
not
terrible.
the white one.
Yeah.
the right one.
Yeah.
Speaking of calling out, I had to call out a cast announcement the other day on Instagram, and it was a whole white cast. It was so joke. They put up everyone's headshot in black and white so that people can tell.
Yeah.
So I called them out, and this is another thing, like I really don't care about being cancelled. I called them out publicly and sent the casting director an email.
Yeah.
And within 3 minutes of hearing the whoosh, my phone was going. And
Oh,
I
okay.
spoke to her and had a good conversation, and we're gonna meet and the thing. So
Yeah, that's amazing.
Okay.
yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, it is.
So
But
was that intentional that they're all white, or they just never noticed?
no, so her name's Ann Vosser, and I've actually been like in one of her rooms before, like being cast for something, and she did say like, you know, she's saddened about the fact that it wasn't all white cast. Offers were made to black performers in the beginning, but they turned it down.
Okay.
I didn't get into the ins and outs of why, because I did have to say to her, like, I'm about to run for a trainer, and like I appreciate the call, like definitely want to chat about this, but I've got to go.
Yeah.
Let's set up a meeting. But allegedly it's because the money wasn't good enough, and I know that in our industry, especially in the West End and live theatre, like the money is shit for the most part. And I'm lucky because I came from one of the West End's like sold out shows with an amazing producer. Shout out to Sonia Friedman. So I was expecting to go and like go into other contracts that I'm getting offered, you know, these same 4-figure weekly salaries.
Nice.
And
That sounds good.
It's not that.
It's not that.
And so as much as they were offered, it comes down to how much are you valuing the performers, how much are you paying them, and why is it that white performers are able to accept that low fee.
Maybe
So
they
there's
get
a
more
bit-
jobs, you know? Like,
There's more to it.
Yeah, there's a lot more to it.
But
Yeah.
it wasn't intentional. I don't think they've even announced that, but I've let her know that I can help her
Yeah.
with her PR
Yeah.
and do that, but there will be a fee.
Yeah,
Of course, absolutely.
Not for free.
No.
You don't work
Yeah.
for free.
But
No.
and that they need someone to do that, because if you like, one thing she did say is, I was a bit worried that something could happen, but if you're worried, why would you just do something? Like if I'm worried, if I'm fucking and I'm worried I'm gonna get STI, I'm gonna protect it.
Yeah.
And it's given, you were worried you were gonna get something, you just stuck it in.
Yeah.
So you can't now play, oh, woe is me.
Do you know what? I feel like, I know as much as she said, you know, like, you know, people, they did offer the roles and stuff. I just don't know if they're looking hard enough as well. Like,
They're not.
For me, for me, it's just like, okay, you're not looking hard. You're not doing your due diligence. You're not looking hard.
They're not, because
So-
I know so many black and brown performers that could have eaten any of the roles, be it tree number one, like or lead role. Like I know so many talented performers that could do it. So
I mean, true. Where are you at with like performing stuff? Like,
beg your pardon. So I just finished working on a play, which may go to the West End in November.
oh, fingers
thing.
crossed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, in 2 weeks, I'm moving out of London to start rehearsals for Rent the Musical, where I'll be playing the leading role of Benny. Which will be-
lead.
Oh my
Yeah.
god!
Okay.
I love Rent
Congrats.
so much.
Yeah.
I love Rent. I watched it like a few years ago, and I couldn't believe I hadn't seen it before.
Yeah.
And obviously it was a play, and then I read about, you know, the writer and you know, like how much he worked on it for like 10 years or
Yeah,
so.
Jonathan Larson, right?
Yep, and then he got it to like being like a read through, or you know, with a very small audience, and then you know, sadly he passed away.
Yeah.
And so just love that fucking musical, and that's amazing. Congratulations!
Thank you.
And the lead role.
Ain't it? That's what you said. I'm at the back.
Yes.
I'm not the back. I'm
Yeah.
the front.
I need to see that.
Yeah.
I need to see that.
The thing is, it's not in London. So it's
Where is it?
It's in Peterborough, which I have never been to.
Yeah, Peterborough,
And I'm
yeah.
already stocking up on my Maggie Cubes and Scotch bonnets.
I'm
because I
yes,
don't trust the area.
flavor.
I don't.
Peterborough. I heard there's a lot of Nigerians there.
Oh, that's
Are
good.
there?
Yeah.
You know,
Lit.
Nigerians
I
are
had a lot of
everywhere. So
Nigerians.
Come
yeah,
on,
yeah.
I'm really good. As long as I can get my
Yeah.
F1 on, you can see I'm good.
That part.
Do you know what?
No.
There is.
Yeah.
And then is it near Milton Keynes or somewhere like that?
I don't know.
I feel like
I've
it's near
never
Milton
been there.
Keynes.
Yeah,
I've
I
never
don't
been
know.
No,
It's an hour train away, and I know Milton Keynes like half an hour. So
I
Milton's
travelled
not
to
bad.
New York for the Colour Purple, so
did you?
yeah. So
Oh, you are musical.
Yeah, she likes
so
that.
I will
Wow.
be travelling to Peterborough. Of course.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Peterborough, or we're moving from Peterborough for the last week to Devon, and that's our
Okay.
last week there, and that is the first week of July. So I can imagine
Okay,
Devon will be
soon.
cute in that time. So
I might do the
Yeah.
staycation back.
I love that.
Yeah. I might do Devon, you know.
Yeah.
Mm.
So yeah, I'm
Okay.
excited for that.
Yeah.
And then it's not like public. It's not like... I may be like going back somewhere just for
Okay.
like 2 months,
All
like
right.
not a whole year contract. But I may be returning to the West End just for 2 months to.
Yeah.
Do a little something.
So you
do a
be
little
working,
something.
working.
I'm trying, man. There's money to be made.
Yeah.
And I wanna do more. Like I was in the Book of Mormon for like 6 years,
saw
and I loved
that.
it because my finances were great when I left.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
I'd made lots of like connections in the industry. And it was nice to just be safe and secure, like in a job that was like what I really wanted to do.
Yeah.
But it got to the point, especially after I met my boyfriend now, and he was doing all of these other things and moving from this show to that show, going from lead role to lead role. I was like, boy,
I mean,
okay.
it's inspiring. It's okay.
I was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did take a hiatus from my podcast shortly after my nan died as well, because of like the energy part of it just being me following her passing, and she was like my mother, my best friend, everything. Like I'd call her on New Year's when everyone was calling their besties and do a shot with her. Like she was, so when that happened, I just didn't have the energy to do it, and he inspired me to like start it up again. And so when I met him, I was like, no, do you know what? As lovely as it is to be cozy here, I want to do more. And since then, like I was in London's Gay Panto, which was amazing. Again, playing a lead role, going in to do Rent. I've workshopped The Devil Wears Prada with Elton John. And I was sat next to a colleague by the name of Vanessa Williams. I don't know if you saw Ugly Betty or
I think I saw that.
I've seen that. Yeah.
And I'm like, if I didn't leave that comfort, like someone who I once saw on TV was like, wow. Bruv, we're on the same payroll. Like, she's over there and I'm here.
Yeah, that's really
Elton
good.
John's over there.
Yeah.
With his walking stick, his assistants, and skateboard on his shoe.
Yeah.
That is chaotic as fuck,
Baby.
man. But I love that.
But thanks for the check, Elton.
Yeah. Like, you can see what you want when you're Elton.
Yeah. But like if I wouldn't have left there, I wouldn't have done all of these other things, and I know that there's so much more to come, because when I hit the screen, it's going to be a wrap.
Oh my God, it's
Yeah.
going to be crazy.
It's gonna be crazy.
I'm gonna be like, you came on my podcast.
Crazy. Hello.
So you're doing a Book of Mormon, yeah? If you are a former Mormon, because I haven't watched it, because I grew up as a Mormon.
I'll swear down.
I did. I
Drink
did.
coffee.
I didn't actually. I only started drinking coffee when I was like in my late 20s. I started drinking.
And when did you start eating fish?
Oh, I always had fish in my that part wasn't. That part wasn't in my household. Yeah,
We
but like, that's how we grew up in. Yeah, exactly. Mum making light soup on the weekend. There's gonna be fish in the soup. Yeah.
Oh,
Not on
I
Saturday.
wasn't speaking about that kind of fish, but we move.
Oh.
What are
You're talking about
Oh,
pussy.
like
the puss babe, yeah.
Oh, I wasn't having a pussy when I was a woman.
Oh no.
No. I didn't
Okay.
even know that I could be a lesbian. I can't lie, but that's a whole other story. But like, obviously, I was born into the church, right? And I grew up that way. And then up until my mum had like some issues with someone in the church, and that's why we left.
Okay.
Yeah,
Politics.
and it was like they're still trying to get her back to her now. You know,
Really?
that was
Yeah.
years ago. The missionaries been knocking on our door, and they try and
Not
get her
hello.
back. Yeah, like-
My name is Elder.
and they're all elders. And like, so if as a former that I haven't seen it, because I'm like, I might get offended, even though I'm not a Mormon
so?
anymore. Would I?
That's really on you if you was to get offended, because what they do is take a lot of facts and throw them to the audience through song. And it tends to make people laugh,
comedy.
because some of the things that are in the book are wild, like
They are
God
though.
forgiving black people for being black in like 1970 whatever, and then
Not
now
that
they're
long ago.
okay, and like they recite that and like people laugh, but
That's not that long
grab
ago.
Get the
grab
Book
a
of
book
Mormon.
and it says that.
Yeah.
So like if Mormons do get offended, like I mean that's in your
That's what
Bible,
it is, yeah.
so
Joseph
Why
Smith was
you mad?
wilding. Joseph Smith was wilding.
Is that the man that wrote
That's the
it?
guy that started the church. Joseph
oh
Smith.
yeah, Joseph Smith,
He's
yeah.
wilding. Yeah. He's wilding.
It's given Latter Day Saints.
Yeah.
That's what it's
But it's called that. It is like that. That's what the church is called.
The church is
It's called Latter Day Saints. That's what the church is called.
Yeah.
I've watched so
Yeah.
many documentaries
Yeah.
on that
Yeah,
shit,
that's
man.
what it's called.
Yeah, I've seen a
The
couple
Mormons is Latter Day
still.
Saints. The same thing.
It's funny ass show, man. It
Yeah,
is.
I'm gonna go see it. It's on discount on my app, so I just go see it.
Everyone's gonna like, not everyone, but a lot of people get offended by it. Blacks get offended by it because they're like, "Oh, it's racist, it's racist." Mormons will get offended by it. Christians will get offended by it. But you got to remember, it's by the creators of South Park.
Yeah, of
So
course.
the minute it
Yeah.
becomes Disney,
Yeah.
Lion King, and it's all friendly, it's not gonna sell because.
No.
I didn't know that it was by the Crip South Park. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
knew that. Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, I've always wanted to watch it. I need to. It's on
Yeah,
the list.
I think my brother went to watch it.
Yeah.
My brother
well.
was, he's like, I don't fuck with Mormons, so
Yeah.
Comes
Yeah.
between August and October.
Okay. Period.
Per.
Yeah.
Per. But yeah, I mean, tell us a bit your do you want to go into your relationship, dating? Because I think being like boy on boy relationships and girl relationships are quite different. Like we hear a lot of our guy friends saying people are not serious, the guys are not serious, don't want to settle down and stuff like that. What has your experience been like dating before you even got into the relationship?
Baby, skip
Yeah, skip this part.
like 5 minutes.
Sorry.
Right, so I'm gonna keep it 100. Like, I only really started dating guys or exploring that in my like mid 20s.
So was you dating girls before?
Yeah, but my longest relationship is with a girl, so I'm bi.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I'm bi. But I love penis and ass right now, like, and more. If I'm
Do you
really being
think
honest.
it's phases? When I talk to bisexuals,
Bisexuals.
they're like, at this point, I'm just dating girls. Like
Yeah.
a bisexual girl, I'm just dating girls. I don't want to look at a man. Do you think
Yeah.
it's like phases in your life?
I think it can be. I think it really differs person to person. But I remember, like, at the beginning, when I had like this encounter with like my first ever guy, and it was literally just, don't even think all we did was kiss, and it wasn't even tongues or anything because I wasn't ready to do all of that just yet. And then I would explore like with the gay porn and stuff, and then I was like, no, it's not. Like, it is just a phase. Like, because I wasn't finding any other men attractive, and I don't know whether that was just a block because I come from like my dad's like Indian Spanish, my mum's Nigerian English, so like two quite strict ethnic like people and cultures. So I don't know whether it was just years of like subconscious homophobia dulling it down. I don't know.
It could be. There's that
It could be,
conditioning.
yeah.
Yeah, because when I was younger, I remember when someone was like trying to touch me up, and I was like, you're making me feel sick. Like, get
Yeah.
away from me. But I was gay then. Like, do you know what I mean? I knew I liked women then. So yeah, it makes sense.
See, I really didn't, and the first time it happened, I was like, and I didn't just straight away be like, no. And in my head, I was like, oh, what is this? I didn't push that aside. The first time I like fully thought it.
Yeah.
And I sat with it, I explored it and took time away from my relationship because I was with my girl at the time. I said, I need to step away from this to figure it out. It was never something I suppressed.
Yeah.
Despite people being like, but you do musical theatre and you love Beyonce. I was like, yeah, and
So?
the two can be the same.
That
Because
is
I
such
was
a
still eating
stereotype,
pussy,
right?
enjoying it.
Yeah.
Not like I was good. But when I did start it to be like, okay, no, this could be something, I did embrace it. And I may have been lucky because I was currently at that time living in London by myself, independently. So I didn't have any like kind of pressures.
Yeah.
Like in my like home. So I explored it, and then I was like, you know what? No, because I don't feel like this about anyone else. I've never had these feelings before. I think it must have just been that. And then something came up again later. I was like, no, like let me fully go into this. And then I did notice there were patterns where I was looking at straight porn for like a long period of time, and then it would be gay, and then sometimes it would be like mixed. You would think as a bi person you would always watch it, but no, I either
one or
like
the other.
yeah, I would either watch straight or gay.
Yeah. Never lesbian, no?
But yeah, only for fun.
Yeah.
That's boring,
Only for
man.
fun, yeah.
Lesbian porn is
And
boring.
I have a question for you guys as well.
Yeah.
My boyfriend said don't, because you don't want to just make it all about sex.
It's
but
all about sex, baby.
I'm a Scorpio,
Yeah, I'm a
baby. It's in my
Scorpio.
DNA.
Let's do it.
Yeah, one quick, because I've got bi friends that are females, but I don't actually have any lesbian friends. I've never been in a position where I can ask this. So what I've always wanted to know is, how do lesbians, like, what is the criteria to be like, oh yeah, we fucked. Because with men,
Oh.
if my penis has been up his anus, or
Yeah.
his in mine, yes,
That's
God,
sex.
That's, I can say, yeah, we fucked. But I've never known, like, how do girls be like, oh yeah, we fucked? Oh no, we just did bits because...
We've had this conversation
Have
so
you?
many
Yeah,
times.
yeah.
Like, at
Is
parties,
there like a
everywhere.
general, like, oh no, this is it? Or is it down to...
Oh God, it's up in the air, child.
Is
up
it?
in the
Is that
air.
the lesbian debate?
Yes, at
Yeah,
parties.
I
We talk
don't
about shit at
think-
parties.
There definitely isn't like I strapped you, so that means we had sex.
Yeah.
But some people feel like if there's no dildo involved, they haven't used a strap, that means they didn't
That's
have sex.
wild to me.
They'll be
They done
like-
things. They just feel like we did a little
Yeah.
hanky-panky. Even if someone was squirting, even if everyone's coming, they still didn't have sex. They just...
That's crazy
Yeah.
to me. I think, I personally, for me, I think it's if the vagina's getting touched. Even if it's
Just like that.
finger, if it's
Even
like
if it's a little flick.
No, that is not. If it's like a
And touched by hand or mouth or
Mouth and,
anything.
like, fingers.
What about foot? Because people be kinky. Would that now be... Because if we're saying you
you,
just touched it...
you have a point there.
Because you could just...
yeah,
Yeah.
Even my thigh could
Yeah.
do a little rubby dubby. You know,
For me, if I felt your vagina juices anywhere in my body, then
That's
we had
sex.
sex.
On your body or in your body?
both.
On or in, both.
On or in?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's hard.
But
though.
it's weird because if I just give head to someone or they just give head to me,
Would
It's
you
been
just
one
do
side-
it?
like
sure,
one
if it's giving
sided.
each other heads. I'm not sure if I call that sex. I'm not sure.
But that, isn't that touching it?
It is touching. I don't know.
So
It's a weird-
Just contradicting.
it's just up in. Do you know what That's what when I.
Because I want to know.
I
I want to know
always-
about my. I want to know more about my lesbian.
Yeah,
kin.
it is up in the air. I can't lie. It's
Yeah,
up in
it's
the
up
air.
in the air.
And
And I-
even like it depends on the person as well.
Exactly.
So like, if the person I'm having sex with says that we had sex, I just go with whatever they're saying. If they say that, oh, we just
Nah,
have
I'm not
things,
going
then
with
okay,
what
then we
they
done
say.
things.
Okay.
Yeah, I just go with whatever they're
I'm
saying.
not going with what they
As long
said.
as I had fun in the moments,
Mm.
it's fine.
Do you ever feel like there's any lesbians out there that be using that to their advantage? To be like,
Oh,
oh,
we
no,
did a
didn't
thing.
fuck.
Like, yeah,
But
we-
to them, they're like, yeah, no, we fucked. But they'll be like, oh, no, we didn't fuck. We just, you know.
Yes,
1000%.
yeah, absolutely.
1000%.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, see, in
See,
the
that's the
gay
problem.
in the gay world, when it's dick on dick, you can.
You
If-
can't say that.
If you took that up, you took it up.
So,
There ain't no
so
taking
even
it
giving
back.
head, you know, it's not considered. Like,
No.
Oh wow. Okay.
No, we just suck my dick. So,
No, but it's weird because like that's what we always say. Like sex, the meaning of sex is like centered around the penis at the end of the day,
Or
So, like-
penetration.
or
Yeah.
penetration. And like no, not even penetration because if someone fingers someone, they're not, still not gonna say that's having sex.
I mean, I
If a man fingers a woman,
Yeah,
they're not gonna
no.
say that they had sex. Do you know what I'm
No, you
saying?
spit.
So it is
Centered
about
around
it's
the
around the penis.
It's- yeah.
So it's like virginity as well. Like some lesbians are gold stars. They've never had sex with a man before.
Yeah,
And
yeah, I've heard that.
well, they
So
say they've
let's-
never had sex before but it's not. It's just they haven't had sex with a man.
Yeah.
But they've had sex.
Well,
so
I
they-
don't think
them
losing-
means-
Yeah.
and it's still a
Losing your virginity
virgin. Know what I
doesn't-
mean,
It doesn't. Yeah, I don't think it is a thing. Losing your virginity.
What, losing your virginity?
Yeah, yeah,
it's a social construct.
yeah. For me, it's a social construct.
Gag.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It is a social construct. Yeah, because
I think
it's different for everyone.
Yeah.
yeah, virginity is different for everyone. Yeah.
There's just spectrums all over the shop now.
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
say the first time I had sex in it, and whatever that is to you, that's what it is
Yeah.
to you.
Yeah, that is.
What was your time? What was you guys' first time having sex? However you would.
My first,
Ja.
okay, the first time I had, it's so weird because the first time I did sexual things was with a girl, another girl, but I don't call that losing my virginity. The first time I had sex with a boy is when I say I lost. That's when I say I lost my virginity.
I have two.
But I don't know if I'm centering. That means I'm centering my virginity around the penis.
But if you're saying you've got two,
So
I-
two
I
virgin-
say I have two.
Because I would say
Yeah.
now I've got two.
2 times.
Like two different kinds
one
of
with a boy
virginity.
and one with a girl.
Gone. And that.
But that's because yours. it's because. Is it because one was up that way, or is it because?
Yeah.
Now I'm not following.
No,
Is it-
yeah, like
would
one.
you say it's two virgin? Okay, would you say it's two virgin because one time?
Oh,
You're,
so
you're,
that's
you're
different
receiving
now.
now.
Yes.
You're
Yeah.
receiving it and
Oh,
then
okay, well,
giving
I've
it.
got three.
Exactly.
That's true. That's free.
Yeah, yeah.
That's yeah. mm.
If we're taking it back to it centering around like penetration of penises. Oh Jesus! But I've said this before. Like, the first time I like lost my like penetrative virginity was with a girl, and I think I just finished year 7, so I think I was 12.
Oh, God.
I was young as fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that was anal, and I didn't know anything
Is it because
about.
you didn't know what you was doing?
I didn't. Well, she was like, "Oh no, I've started my period now, so you can't put it in because that would mean I'll get pregnant."
Oh,
So I was
right.
like, "Okay, calm,
She knew
yeah."
something.
But I didn't know anything about lube. I didn't know anything about it needing to be wet. I just thought it goes in.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy.
That must have been
That must have been hurtful,
Babe,
painful.
the blood.
It's ooh.
And not
also the
Jesus,
period.
the blood, just the blood.
Yeah.
I ripped, babes. I ripped. So it was blood down my jeans. I had to run home and be like, "Oh, my nan was there. My grandma, sorry." She was like, "What have you done?" I was like, "I fell over." I fell over.
Oh God.
Yeah. So there was that, and then I fully lost my vagina sex at 18.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then with a boy, it was when I was 23 or 24.
Yeah.
Maybe 23. Can't remember. Well, you both can. Yeah, and that was penetrative.
Yeah.
Okay.
But otherwise, I first laid down with a girl in nursery. Like she pulled up.
I mean,
her
yeah,
skirt,
we did.
and
we
I
did
You
that
got some
stuff.
Scorpios for
pulled
open
down my
birth.
trousers, and we laid
Yeah.
on top of each other like this, like we're having sex.
I was doing bits with my little boyfriend in year 4.
Come on!
We would throw the ball over like this wall and just go behind it. I had no breasts, by the way, but he was touching something. You know, he was taking out his willy. I was touching it.
Whoa.
You know, it was not please
That's why
kids.
Scorpios know what they're doing in this day
yeah.
and age. 'Cause we experience.
We be doing a bit too much.
Maybe a bit too much.
Stressing me out. Like,
Yeah, when I think about it now,
Yeah, it's mad.
it freaks me
mad.
the fuck out because I'm like,
not my child
Yeah.
at 4
not
or
my
5,
nieces,
at
not my
12.
nephews, not my kids.
Yeah.
But then
None.
I've got to think, if that's what I was doing and everyone was okay with it, I'm like, you know what? I'm never, ever going to encourage that.
Yeah.
Ever.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
But I'd be a fool because I've been there.
Yeah. I just hope to God they're not doing it.
Yeah,
I hope
no,
to God
please.
they're not.
Fine.
And then
It is reckless.
yeah,
bro.
it's very reckless.
It is what it is.
It
and
is.
I'm always good. If I did it, I'm going to stand 10 toes in whatever I've done.
I'm gonna be
Yeah.
honest about that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's one thing Scorpios are honest, babe.
I was gonna say that's part of my thing about these, and
Do you like
quite
it?
loyal as well. Actually,
Yeah.
I
Do you
have
like
to
do you like
say.
the
Very-
honesty? Do you think honesty is a bit too much? Because sometimes I feel like, oh, should I tone it down a little bit?
She's gonna kill me for saying this, yeah. But we went out, on Sunday, and when we walked in, she knew she wasn't gonna enjoy the activities for the day, but she just still tried anyway for the sake of it. And then we was eating our food, and she was just like, "Babe, I need to talk to you." She's like, "I need to talk to you right now."
Yeah.
And I just knew it was coming because her face said it all. And she's like, "I didn't have a good time today. I think this is not quality time. You've been talking to everyone. Everyone been saying hello to you, and why are you talking to them?"
Who were them?
It was just people. You know when you go somewhere, you just know bare people.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
It was just people. And some of them were really nice. They kept it short and sweet, but some people were doing out. How'd you
Yeah.
Like, it was just long, some people.
Yeah.
And like Scorpios, she's not the most social. Do you know what I'm saying?
That's me as well.
Yes, me too.
But just because we can be like charismatic, people
Charming,
mistake
like,
us
yeah.
for being social.
Yeah.
But I'm actually so anti that
I'm anti-
experience.
I'm
So I would have
anti-people.
been.
I think you would have been the same.
Yeah.
She was just like, go to these kind of things with your friends. We went to Black Eats, the Black Eats
Okay,
on.
right,
We went
yeah.
there. And she was like, go to these kind of things with your friends. She said, this is not for me. This is not quality time. But we've done it now. And but she
Yeah.
her face.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you enjoy
Well,
that?
I love it.
She's a
Yeah.
social person. She's a Libra.
But I'm really social though. I'm
She's
a
a-
Libra. I'm very
Yeah.
social. So like it's two ends of the spectrum. And she tries. You know what I'm saying? She tries. Like she gets along with Dana. She gets along
Yeah.
with my other friends, like my close knit friends. But all these randoms, she's
Yeah.
just like, why do you need to have a conversation with them? They're not your
Colleagues,
friends like that.
acquaintances.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I appreciate the outcome of it, especially when it comes to work, because I'm about my check and my business.
I hear it.
But I also know that I don't enjoy that part of it.
I had to
really don't.
fake it, and I still fake it. But I had to like in the in the beginning, I really had to fake it to make it.
Yeah.
It was when I was like in my early 20s. I went to work at birthdays in Dalston, and that's when I learned how to be sociable. Because I'm working with all these people. They come from all over Australia, New Zealand. All these people drinking, having a laugh up
Yeah.
until like 4 a.m. That's when I learned to be like social. Because for me, it did not come naturally.
No.
And
Yeah.
I'm outside most times. If you see me outside on Instagram, I'm outside because
I've
of
dragged
her.
her.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Because I've dragged her.
Yeah.
I know that she doesn't want to go out tonight, but we'll be there.
Oh, where are you going tonight? Oh, yeah, it's Saturday night, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Bank Holiday weekend. We're going Eden.
Eden, what's that?
Eden's like
It's a lounge.
It's a lounge in, is it Docklands? Like near Cannon Town.
Yeah.
And it does get a bit spicy.
It does.
Oh.
It just get a bit. So my baby's coming because it gets spicy. It gets a bit spicy.
Can't get too spicy, can it?
When you got into your relationship, was like old flings like trying to find out what's going on, or did you bump into any?
Yeah. Yeah. Like we said, I can't remember whether we said this like in the recording or like or before, but like the LGBTQ-DL community is small.
Yeah.
Especially the black
Yep.
part of it. So we bumping into each other regardless.
Yeah.
So yeah, that did happen, but I don't mind unless there's this one motherfucker called Neil who lied about his name, lied about age, like was like
Lied?
fucking his ex while we were like exclusive during the period where my nan died. Like
Fuck
it
him.
was a mad thing. Other than him, I really don't business about seeing anyone because I've never done anyone wrong to that extent. So that I'm cool. My boyfriend, however, has got, which I to a certain point admire. He's got like a real old school viewership on like body count. This is a touchy subject for us, but I respect it, baby. But the reason why I'm so good at what I do is because I'm experienced. Okay, so
is he a Taurus?
no, he's a Cancer.
Oh, it's a match made in heaven, child.
I know. It is. When it's good, it's good. But when it gets spicy, it's spicy. But when we make up,
Yep.
The sex is sexy.
yeah, no, it's real good. It's real good. Oh my
I
god.
need to ask,
Jesus.
yeah.
Yeah, no, it's incredible. It really is.
I feel like you'd be open to talk about this. So there's I met a guy at Pride, and he was like, "Can you ask somebody, ask a queer man who has sex with men how to get ready for sex? Like, how do you prep?
Prep, yeah.
Your ass or your dick?
Whatever the prep means, because we don't prep. So whatever
Yeah,
prep
I
means,
mean,
Okay.
yeah. I mean,
I'm guessing he means his ass. Maybe he means ass.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe he wants a bottom.
yeah.
Dush, baby. Just buy you a dish from Amazon or go to Soho. That's too expensive. Get it from Amazon and just clean your batty hole, babes. Just.
You think you
it's like
squeeze
a
the water in
machine.
it?
You squeeze the water in it.
You know, we have the old school
and
one,
Push it out.
the African one, the old school one, and it's got like a white tip. And you,
Is that what's from
and you
Amazon?
flush? No, I think it's a new.
I think it's the African.
Like it's like round like this, and
Round?
it's got a long white.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the same as Amazon?
Oh.
Yeah.
that the same thing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Exactly the same thing. And really, I feel like everybody should be cleaning out their asshole.
I was gonna say I might
people
just
do-
douche
I feel like-
myself.
yeah, like-
People do go to the hospital for that, don't they?
Exactly. But if you've got the like, what do you think the fuck is a B-day for?
Oh yeah.
That's to literally do the same
yeah,
thing.
yeah,
And if the French
yeah.
can have it just regular degler in their bathroom, I don't know why we
I
can't.
used it
like,
in Milan,
yeah.
and I was needed.
Yeah, it just keeps you fresh because like you should be able to spread your cheeks with pride.
Yeah,
and be, like,
absolutely.
Smell it. Any
what
crevice
about,
on your
like-
body.
Yeah.
But what? Okay, so douching. What about like getting
Yeah.
it nice and ready for the things to go in? It's like
Just get some lube. Me, I'm good with spit, but like
You a
depending on the
freaky little
size of
freak.
the penis, there's times when I've needed some
Lube.
lube, and I just put it on my hole, rub it up, put my little finger in, just stretch it a little piece, just to make sure it's not gonna be shook.
yeah.
Okay,
just like
because I don't want to be just like I don't want to kill the
Sexy,
vibe.
yeah.
But I also don't want to like make you think that you can just boom, and I'm like, is it in? Like,
Yeah.
no, like I'm a tight
You want it to feel
king. I'm a
nice.
tight king.
Yeah.
and that hasn't always worked to my benefit. You would think that in the in the realms of the tops that they want all they niggas to be tight.
Yeah.
No, some of them like nah.
They want it to be
I like
easy.
it loose. I like it loose.
Wow.
Mate, when I say there's spectrums everywhere.
Wow.
Yeah. Like I've had a guy that I used to deal with, and he was like, "Oh, you're just so tight, man. You're just so tight." Because his thing
It's
was
huge.
objects and things like that. And I tried once, never again.
It wasn't for you.
Yeah.
No,
You
I
weren't
didn't get that far, and I just ended up having to do it on him, and that was, I feared for his life.
You just reminded me. There was this girl that I had sex with, and her pussy was tight, and I put my fingers, my 2 fingers squashed.
Yeah,
I felt my bone.
my ex
my bone-
girlfriend the same. That's why it took us so long, and I was patient, but like it would get to put where I'd be like, relax, just
Yeah, you know,
it's about the mind.
it comes
though,
down to
isn't
that,
it?
though.
Yeah.
It does.
It's also
Yeah.
about the mind because you kind of loosen up when you get,
Yeah.
you're free of your mind, you're
Yeah.
relaxed and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Tight isn't.
What
always
about the
my-
first time you bottomed? What was that experience like?
So I was trying to top him,
Mm-hmm.
and he was having problems like because I'm
You're
well.
You're
well
endowed.
I'm well endowed.
Yeah,
I am.
yeah.
And yeah, and he couldn't take it, and he'd been gay, like, but he'd been having sex
Yeah.
for a long time, or longer than I. So I expected him, especially the way he was like talking, like I can't wait to do this and that, and I ain't never done it before, so I was like, okay, right. Couldn't get it in. It kept on hurting him. Then he would go to the bathroom and it wasn't
Trying to do a little
clean because
ting.
I was, I don't know, going too far in the guts and opening up yesterday's stuff. I don't know what was going on. He was in the bathroom just saying, one more minute. So in the end, he was just like, oh, and it got to the point where I hadn't had like sex for a long time, like months and months.
Oh,
And
okay.
for me, a week is long. So I was like, you know what? Let's go.
Yeah,
Let
you
me
just
just
do
give
it.
it a try.
Yeah.
And it wasn't as bad. I remember it going in and just being like, oh, this is weird, this is weird, this is weird. Because I'd stuck my finger up my hole before when like wanking and stuff. Because that, God knew what he was doing when he put
I heard that feels good.
the prostate there. And all the straight men that don't want to be putting their finger there, they be, oh, you're missing the fuck out. You dumb.
Them straight men, they're chatting shit. The girls be doing it for them.
Yeah, they do. They
Yeah,
do.
just own it.
Yeah.
Babe. But if it's in your body and it's like
it doesn't
known
mean
to be
it
a
doesn't mean you're
pleasurable
gay.
thing,
It's fine.
no,
Relax.
like it's cool. But yeah, no, it was all right. It was all right. I just remember him saying at the end, "Are you sure you've not done that before?" And I was like, "Yeah, but like, what? I'm not a liar. Like,
You're just a freak.
No.
You're not a liar, but you're
yeah.
yeah.
And maybe I'm just really good.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I don't need to grow,
Yeah.
like, and be like
No.
shit and then get good. Like I started good and now I'm great.
That's good. That's your Scorpios, child.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'm not leaving.
I told ya.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What is the freakiest thing you've done?
The freakiest thing I've done.
And you as
Ooh.
all Scorpio over there.
I don't think there's anything that's. I think it's normal.
The freakiest thing I've done. The thing
You give me freak out.
that I am, but I can be quite vanilla. I'm such a sex fiend, but like, don't spit in my face. Don't
What about
spit
your
in my
mouth?
mouth.
Okay. See.
No.
Oh, really?
I
You
have to be. I have to be in the mood for that.
Never
why are you
in
not
the
into
mood
that?
for me. Huh?
Why?
That's just disgusting.
Can you spit
I
in
don't
somebody
even
else?
like cum.
Would you spit in someone else's mouth?
No. I don't even slap them on the face.
I like a
I
bit
only
of a
started choking my boyfriend recently because I know that's what he's into.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
I'm like beginning to like it, but before I'm like, oh, it's giving
it's
violent.
pain.
Yeah. Yep.
But like, if you're on all fours and the ass is there,
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
smack
yeah,
the ass.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
are you dumb? Like, yeah, but your face and like the people I'd fuck, they're beautiful. Like, I don't want to.
I hear
Smack
that.
your
I
ass,
hear it.
and I'll hold you tight. And I might even grip your
know-
hair just a little bit, but
It's
I'm
the
not about
passions.
to.
It's the passions. That's why he's good. It's the
Yeah.
passions.
You like
It's
the
not
passions.
necessarily like. freaky
You are
stuff.
you are
It's
talking them
passions.
through it.
Huh?
You're talking them through it.
What do you mean?
When they're about to come, you're telling them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're talking them through.
Yeah.
cum.
Yeah.
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 It's that kind of vibe.
And I don't want to look if like I see it in porn sometimes, especially the whites that have been slapped and then their face
The
all
face
looks
bare red.
bruised
Yeah.
up. Like no, when my niggas come in, I like to see the face looking nice and
Gorgeous. Yeah.
gorgeous and like really look into his eyes when
Yeah.
he's in, and
Intense.
yeah.
Passionate.
I ain't gonna laugh, slapped a few. Sure.
Have you slapped him in the addiction yet?
Do you know what?
I
It's
have
not hard.
slapped.
I'm doing like a small like tap, like not
On the face?
Yes.
Would you like that done to you?
No, don't slap me.
Yeah.
Nigga will die.
Don't
to be
fucking
fair.
slap
You're
me.
not having to slap these bitches.
Nigga will die. But
And the
do you know
choky
the
choke.
last time I slapped someone, I didn't tell her before that I was gonna do
So
that.
she was surprised.
So in the
Oh.
moment, she was like, okay. But then a few days later, she was like, can I just tell you something? I was like, she was like, you slapped me and was having sex. I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah. And she's like, don't ever do that again. She's like, in the moment,
Fair.
I was okay with it, but I
Yeah.
thought about
You
it.
slapping someone. Do you know how much when I deep
Yeah.
it, it's kind of
Yeah.
mad.
It is a bit
kind of mad.
It is a bit mad, but
Yeah.
I was with some other people before that. they were here for the slaps. I think it was just like muscle memory.
Yeah.
It was like muscle memory. But I don't want anyone to slap me though.
Yeah, no, you can't. You can't.
Don't do that
you
because
can't slap me.
I'll punch someone.
Yeah.
Even like being choked, I don't want to be choked either. I wouldn't do the choking.
I
but
like
don't wanna be-
caress.
Yeah, I like caress.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like
I've got
caress
asthma,
on
so
my
don't do
neck.
too tight.
But as soon as I have to like work any harder to just breathe, to live,
Yeah.
the moment for me is gone. Just a
Nah.
light caress. Just work on fucking me good. Like, don't try and alter anything. Just fuck me.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I haven't had sex in a while, child.
Yeah.
It's been a couple of days.
A couple of days. Can you relax?
Literally.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah. It's been a while.
Slap in the ass, like all of that. Love it, love it, love it. I know my man's gonna be watching this. Like, of course, he ended up talking about sex.
I mean, we talk about sex a lot on this podcast.
We do.
You
You
know,
know,
we
when we
actually
have
do.
guests, we try to turn it down a little bit for the guests. But
Yeah.
when you have one that likes it, hey, let's do it then.
Yeah.
yeah. Let's do
Yeah,
it.
absolutely.
We try to, and I think some guests they come and they do want to talk about sex because they don't really talk about sex, but because we are turning it down because they're there, it's always towards the end we start talking about sex.
That is so true.
Yeah.
That is so true.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not dating.
No choice.
Yeah, well, I just haven't found anyone that I like. And for me, yeah, I can't just be doing vibes. Like, I'm just not on vibes. I'm on like a bit of a connection. Because I was doing the hoeing thing last year. I was like, I never really had like that whole phase.
Yeah.
So let me do it. I did it and I got bored.
Yeah.
Nana's whole phase wasn't even hoeing like that.
Yeah,
How long did it last?
It's whole for her.
I had
It's
like
her
only
levels.
2 people
Yeah.
on rotation. There was only 2 people.
So that's saved.
Myles is like,
That is saved and sanctified.
Yeah, but that's it.
That's
I couldn't-
her version of
even
whole.
that. Oh my god! So I had 2 girls on one weekend, and I had a headache by Sunday.
what did you have 2 girls in one weekend? Was it-
Babe, one day
You
in New
know
York,
about
I had
this.
3 man in one day.
Oof. See, Nana will,
That was a good
Nana
time.
will collapse.
Do you know what? And the thing is the energy though. I can't have too much energy like around me. I'd
Yeah.
be tired. Social battery -10.
But I wasn't doing no talking. I really got to the point where I could be like,
The
right,
thing about girls is they don't
let's
fucking
go.
leave.
yeah.
Girls
I
don't
mean,
leave.
I've definitely had that, but I got to the point where I could be like, no, you know, come on, you know what this is.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
But I've also had that, like, it was a journey for me. Like, at the beginning, I could never see myself just having sex if it wasn't, like, meant to be and da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah, not quite like that, but it needs to be like just the passions. Everything that is just like feels a bit lukewarm to me, I'm not for. So
Yeah.
if it feels like, oh yeah, this is fun, this is nice,
Yeah.
this is a bit sexy, but it's not like on 100.
You just want to feel passion.
Yeah.
But I'm a passionate babe. Mate.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I had
need
this
that.
one little DL man, and he was little.
Oh.
And so was the, if I'm being real, like, so was the dick
Oof.
as well.
Oh,
But
dear.
you know what? I don't want to say,
Yeah.
like,
We don't
wanna-
size shame.
No, because it's not every day, like,
It's not
fracture
humongous.
my ribcage.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I love that, but not every day. Sometimes I want you to be able to go, like, as hard as you want, and me just... yeah, baby. Like,
Yeah.
But like, he was this DL man, ripped, lovely little body. Like, ooh, yeah, great. But lukewarm, didn't want to kiss.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh,
Open your
kiss.
mouth. You know when I see
Yeah.
it on TV and people are just not lip sync right? I'm open your
like,
mouth.
Yeah.
literally,
Yeah.
this. And then when he would get to come in, like, sometimes I wouldn't know. Because he
quiet.
would be like,
No, make some noise.
yeah, and I remember one time like actually laughing, and this is when I was at the end
Not
of my journey
laughing,
to
oh my
okay,
God.
Yeah.
this isn't happening again.
Yeah.
Whereas before I was like trying to understand. I'd just be like, yo, you're actually funny. Like, why not just
he
let it
repressed?
out and just, well, of course. Baby, just let me hear you just one
Yeah.
time.
Like,
Whereas
what's so
there's no one
quiet
here,
for?
your homeboys aren't here. You're in my room,
Yeah.
just let it out, babe.
You know, man.
That's some internal shit for him.
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah.
he's got some work to do.
But yeah,
No.
no, I've never seen him after that. But yeah, that whole process of like being in a state of mind where I could just go for the vibes or just go for the sex, I had to like and like sadly unlearn the connection I had to sex and it being just when it's with someone I really care about, and it's a double-edged sword really, because I'm glad that I can do it, but it took pain for me to get there.
Yeah.
Like I had to be in a position where I was completely single, didn't have anyone else, and was like, you know what, I don't want to deprive myself of this physical love, because I wasn't really getting it living in London by myself. I wasn't getting it from anyone. I was always working. I needed it.
Yeah.
And
No,
like
I
it
hear
almost forced me to try it out and just have sex with people that I knew I wasn't gonna be with. So it is sad, and I
hear it.
It definitely is something that I miss, that way I used to only think about sex, and I can see sex now in more ways than one. I can now have sex and it be just that. I don't want to do that anymore, and thank God for Jesus, I got my boyfriend now, and I'm making love and fucking someone who I care so deeply about. But I can also have that love making, and but it definitely was a.
Do you know what? I can do it. I just get bored because it's just like, what's next, and then I have to end it, and then it's a bit shit.
And that ends very quite abrupt as well.
No, I don't.
You end
I'm very
quite
honest and very nice about
it. The feedback has been abrupt.
Let's do a bit of role play.
Yes.
Oh my God,
I love it.
I am not an actor. Please.
Okay, you don't have to act. You've got to be you, girl. Okay, so my name's Priscilla, and I just finished. Yeah.
Okay, Priscilla.
Oh, none of that was so good.
Yeah, it was really good. You know.
What are you doing tomorrow?
Do you know what? I'm actually going out with my friends.
Where are you going?
We're going to the club, actually.
When you're done, do you wanna come around again?
Do you know what? I don't know. I'm gonna let you know.
Okay, like you gonna call me, text me?
Yeah, I'm like when I'm done in the club, I'll let you know what's happening.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like when you go to the club though, like are you gonna like be looking for other girls, or like it's okay if you are, but like
yeah, I mean like I'm single, and you're single, so
yeah, but like we've been obviously like doing what we're doing.
Yeah,
and it's been fake.
It's
then it's been fake.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you have to be a little bit fake though.
No, I mean this is not what you do.
Okay, this is a lie.
It depends on how I feel
that
about
girl.
Which girl?
The one that you went and had sex with her and then told her the next day. No.
Which one? Nom nom.
No.
Nom nom.
There's somebody that she calls nom nom. Anyway.
Okay.
Not nom nom.
Yeah.
I can't say. Watch this to the podcast. I can't
Yeah,
say.
she probably does.
But the one you dumped her the next day.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah.
Yeah. This is not how the conversation went.
Oh, you think I'm being too nice?
Yes.
I want to see the.
Yes. Do the real Nana.
Okay.
I sent her a text.
Act out the text.
Okay.
Act out.
Okay, all right.
Did she text you first, or was it just you?
No, we was texting a little bit. Then I said I have to be honest. So basically,
Like how she did
So tell
you,
Priscilla.
like how she did you at the thing. I gotta be honest with you. I
Yes,
gotta say so.
exactly. Scorpios.
Yeah.
okay, so you know, I don't think we connected during the sex. Like, unfortunately for me, I just wasn't in it. Like, when I usually have sex, I need to be like all in it, and I just felt like there wasn't a synergy with us during the sex, and
You
it's
like called me baby and stuff. Like
that was like, obviously the lead up to the sex was great. I felt like it was passionate. It was good. I thought that it was. I thought it was good, but yeah, it just didn't translate when we.
So
we
like,
actually,
are we seeing each other again? So we're meant to meet up next week.
I don't think we're compatible. So I think we should end here.
Blocked. Unblocked.
I can't believe you said that. I'm meaner than this. I'm not mean.
I didn't think. I felt like that was good.
I can bring up the text right now. I'm not mean. I'm just
Even
like,
your
honest.
little Malta babe.
Who is Malta babe?
Come on,
Malta babe. Malta babe was also a previous babe.
Yes.
Your
What about-
Malta rebabe. She even said, "No, Nana was out of order." She was like, "Nana was out," because they dated before.
Well, I was out of order to her.
Yes. She said, "Nana locked me off twice."
Okay, that reason why Myles, listen to me. Listen to me. I had come out of a relationship.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you know about the lesbians, but they take long to break up. It might be the same with the gays, but they take long to break up.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't want to be messing her about. So I was like, yeah, I don't think I can do this, because I could see myself catching feelings. So I was like, I don't think I can do this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's getting a bit too much. And yeah, and that's...
Was y'all just playing around or something?
No, we was getting to know each other. We
Okay.
was getting to know each other.
There was twice. You locked her off.
I don't remember the second time, but anyway. But yeah, so I ended it because I was protecting her.
And yourself.
And myself.
Did you have these feelings while you were actively seeing her and then like finally just say, or was it you knew in the moment, like, or
No, so when we started talking, I was like, I didn't think I would start liking her, but I did. And then when that happened, like, I had to say it. Like, as soon as I started feeling like, oh, this is getting a bit intense. And she's a Pisces, both water signs. So I knew where the fuck it was going. And I was like, I can't do that right now. So
I think she did the right thing.
People, this is the thing, you know.
But Nana is gonna dig her way back inside. That's what I'm saying. This is her Malta thing. So this already happened. Yeah. And then we saw her in Malta, and she's up there licking titty in Malta.
Well, she was licking my titty. She was licking my titty. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, you know, but for the most part, I like the fact that I'm honest and I'm like, because what I see is that people string people on or they don't know how to say it because it's hard. It's fucking hard.
I've been the one strung along, so I don't want to do that.
I don't want to do
that. Shit is
I've done a free stringing. It's not good.
Yeah, it's hard. In the long run, it's harder. It gets harder. So for me, I just like, and plus, I don't like it when people like me and I don't like them. I feel really ill.
It's a bit icky though.
It's a bit icky.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so I have to let them know. Should we do a dilemma?
Yeah, this is a dilemma.
Let's do a dilemma.
There's about 2 or 3 in there.
I can only find one. There's too many things in that email. Okay. Oh, it's a friendship dilemma. Okay. I have a friendship dilemma. My best friend recently broke up with me because her girlfriend told her that she doesn't understand the dynamic of our friendship. When this happened, I accepted the breakup without any dispute whatsoever. She then later reached out a few days later to try and apologize and get the friendship back. I knew that I didn't want to go back to being friends because the whole situation made me realize that our friendship was easily disposable and I wasn't going to be in a relationship that had no security. She wouldn't accept it, so she used manipulation to get to me and we went back to being friends, which didn't last long because I still felt like it was not right for me. It seems like I'm not the only friend that she's lost to this relationship. I'm still really heartbroken by the whole thing because our friendship was really pure and we've been joined by the hip and play the same sport and do the same modules. I've started avoiding the places that I'm most likely to see her, which include basketball courts, so I stopped playing basketball. Now I've gotten the opportunity to play professionally, which means that I have to practice with my old team that she's in, so things are really awkward now.
Love and basketballs.
I mean, what do you think about like, so say for instance, we're friends and you start dating someone and I don't like them. What would you do? And I come and tell you, I don't like your babe. She's a bitch. What would you do?
I'm gonna say you ain't fucking me, so I'm staying.
But what if she's
you
really
have to
a
learn.
bitch?
You have to. What if the person's really a bitch? I mean, I'm in love with them. Love with the person. Everyone's gonna have to because everyone loves me. You're gonna have to learn to coexist. You guys
what's on your mind?
I really wanted you to say I would ask you why.
I mean, I would ask. Yeah, I would ask why.
Yeah.
And like find out like what the reasons are. Because if it's something that you know about and that you're cool with, then that's an aha moment for me. Like, so you don't mind liars or thieves or whatever the problem is. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, okay, that's new, but
is that what the scenario is though?
No, but the scenario is, the dilemma is that they have to see this person everywhere, really. That's what the dilemma is.
So
they're not friends anymore, because due to the fact that their friend chose the relationship.
Do you know what? If one of my friends stopped being friends with me for a girl, I would be like, okay, fuck you then.
Yeah.
But that girl still wants to be friends with her.
No, but she needs to say fuck you then.
Yeah, but it's her that doesn't want to be friends with her.
So the girl that has been dropped out still wants to be friends.
Yes.
She needs to start saying fuck you then.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. So I've been in a similar position where one of my friends had a man that I didn't like, but obviously my friend is my friend, so I always let her know how I felt, but I'm not going to put my friend in a position that makes her uncomfortable because she's my friend. Yeah. It doesn't mean I'm going to start acting like I like this person and do the most, because that's my profession. I get paid for that. I'm not going to do it for free. But I'm not going to put my friend in a position that she feels disrespected. So, like... Do you know what? For me, I just hope that, because I feel like I'm a really good judge of character. I'm sorry. So if one of my friends is dating someone who is just like, I can feel it, because a lot of the time it's not about what somebody said, it's an energy, it's a feeling that you get of being around this person. So I'm just hoping that
they also are able to pick up on it. They also are aware and in tune with themselves and their body, and that they can also feel it and maybe like at some point make the right decision. That's what I hope. But in terms of this dilemma, like, you're gonna have to learn to be around each other. Like, do you know what I mean? You have to grow up and be around each other.
Yeah.
Even
If
though
you
you're
both
not friends.
have that common person that you both care about, then that should be the priority.
Yeah,
but it's true,
because
but
someone will show their ass eventually. They always do.
Yeah, but the friend has made a decision.
I don't think if that's completely right.
Yeah.
Like for the friend to just drop them out. I don't think that's completely right.
I think that they didn't see the value in the friendship enough.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And if they had a problem with the partner, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you know that there's a problem there, I hate to say this because I don't want you like preempting bad things for your friends. But if you know what's up,
it's gonna end at some point. It's gonna end at some point.
So, just to bring it back to me, my friend, she's still my friend. She has a new man.
Yeah.
And had I walked away because I didn't like a man at the time,
and she
I would
wouldn't
have
be
lost
with
that.
him.
Yeah.
But
do you know what? It's weird because like somebody has come up to me with something like this similar as well, and they were just like, the friend has told them to go and bless it with the girlfriend, but they've kind of been like hands off kind of vibe, but they feel like the friend should pat in the girlfriend, kind of thing,
or be facilitating.
Yeah,
something.
I don't think she feels like that relationship's gonna last. Even me, child, I don't think that relationship's gonna last. But she's just like, she's only here for gain. Do you know what I mean? And like, everyone can see it but her. And I was like, it's up to you if you want to go and bless it with the girl. It's up to you. She did, and the girl was rude to her. She was
really,
so rude and the friend has.
So
just
she went to the girl, not the friend.
No, she went to the girl. Yeah, she went to the girlfriend, and was just like, you know, let's like bless things, da da da. And then the girl was just basically like, I just don't really care for you. Really, basically, like, I'm here. I don't really care for you. And it's a shame because they've been friends for a long time, and the friend is like just siding with the girlfriend. So she just kind of feels like a bit of a side chick right now. That was a side chick. But when the girl goes, she'll be coming to you as a friend.
Well, this is it.
Yeah.
Stand by your friends.
Yeah. Like even this dilemma, I'm pretty sure if they break up, the person's gonna try to mend the friendship again.
Well, of course.
But I wouldn't like that. I don't think I would welcome them back to be my friend. I can't lie. I don't think so.
Do you know, I can be really forgiving. I think that is a Scorpio trait as well. Sometimes to my detriment. But if it's like the first time the friend's done this, you know what? I'll feel a kind of way for a bit, and I'll expect you to like amend the situation, like not just words. Like I'm gonna need to see it that you are sorry and that you value me and us. But yeah, I would just say sometimes you got to allow people to learn for themselves. And I know that I've had so many people give me advice and I don't take it for shit. I got to feel the fire sometimes.
Yeah, you do.
And it's annoying, but I'll stand in it. I've got to do it.
Yeah.
And sometimes other people should be afforded that grace.
Yeah.
So that's what we think, babe. I think probably shouldn't have like, you know, kicked your friend to the curb like that.
So the person who said the dilemma is not the one who kicked the curb. It's the one who has been kicked.
No, she kicked the friend.
Oh, she kicked the curb. All the time I thought she's the one that's been kicked.
Yeah.
So she kicked the friend. Go mend it then.
Yeah, that's nice.
I think you should, and you're around each other. You're playing basketball and stuff like that. Like, you know, in the same team and stuff. Like, you should really give your friend some grace.
I wonder if they know them because I play basketball.
They're young. No, they're young. They said
modules.
They said modules. They're in uni.
I had modules for a long time.
They are 19 years old.
Go and chat to your friend and apologize, man. Even if they don't even like receive the apology well, at least you know you've done your part. Do you know what I'm saying? And I just go and show them love because you didn't show them love, boy, before. But our time's come to an end.
It has come to an end. Oh yeah,
our time's come to an end. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
It's been a great episode.
Is there anything you want to let our audience know? Like what they should, you know,
listen to the podcast.
Yeah, listen to the podcast. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, listen to Get the Belt podcast or watch it on YouTube. If you want to come and watch Rent, either in Peterborough, I don't blame you if you don't want to go there. But
you want to
either go to Peterborough or Devon. Come watch the show, and just keep following the movement and keep on supporting these two girls. They're doing bits.
Thank you.
And yeah, just peace and love. Peace and love.
Peace and love. Thanks for listening, guys. Make sure you use #Tutus Podcast and Conversation on Twitter. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And until next week, peace.